get to go to a party.
Oh.
A 5-day pass to go spend more money on their merchandise.
Oh my gosh.
So you're not even sitting in the first row.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we sit here, February 12th, 2026, 11 years after Seattle forgot how to play football for one play. They ran the ball down the Patriots' throat. The Seahawks found redemption. They won the Super Bowl for the second time in their team's history. Should have been a third time, but we're going to sweep that under the rug because they finally found redemption. The Malcolm Butler play is in the rearview mirror. They are the Super Bowl 60 champions. Kenneth Walker, the MVP. How ironic. Running back should have been MVP 11 years ago, but it's in the past. Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl champion. As Timmy's clapping on my right. The Olympics started this past week. Today was USA's first official game, and they put the whooping to Latvia. It was easy. The women's USA team is even better. They beat Canada 5-0. They're minus 7.5 tomorrow against Italy. Most insane stat I've ever heard in my life. All that. Plus, I'm going to show you a package and let Timmy and Nick react to how much $40,000 will get you at WrestleMania 42 this year in Vegas. So, sit back, strap in, take a ride with us through the valley.
And when all is ready, Nick, flip that switch.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to ValleySportsPod, episode 27. I'm your host, George, but you already know that. To my right is Tim.
But you already know that.
And as always, the man behind the cam, our Google, our everything, our information man. It's Nick. What's happening tonight, Nick?
What up, Nick?
Hi, how are you?
Are you as happy as I am for what happened in the Super Bowl? Now, I personally didn't win a single bet.
Neither did I.
The books got to me. The books won this weekend for me. They took back almost all my money I won from Cooper Cup anytime the last week. And I was down horrendous. I didn't lose everything, but I was happy with the results, at least. I mean, I wanted a great game, but...
No, did not care about a great game. Just wanted domination on Seattle's part. I gave most of my explanation last week, but for those of you who have not yet heard, I am a Jet fan, as most know, so I hate the Patriots naturally already. And as I think most Jet fans should and do, we root for Sam Darnold, minus our friend Sean. But finally, a quarterback that the Jets drafted has a Super Bowl ring, regardless of whether or not whatever franchise he's with. As long as it's not in the division, I am happy. And it wasn't in the division. It was in the opposite conference, in a division that, I could have rooted for a lot of those teams.
It's not crazy to say that Vikings fans should be more pissed off about this than Jet
dude,
fans.
Are you kidding?
They are a disgrace.
They are so dumb. Because, first off, I'm sorry. When you have what Sam Darnold had last year, you look past, this rookie's going to be our guy. You look past that because he's only 26 years old.
Yeah.
Or however old he is now.
It does not matter who you had unless you had Andrew Luck in the wings. You do not let a guy who just won you 14 games with 4,300 yards passing go.
No.
It's disgusting to think about.
It's like, I think they had in their head that McCarthy, going to be their guy, everything, all well and good. But first off, throwing someone out in their second year is not the best move to begin with. Okay? We've seen that backfire many, many times. It's also worked many, many times, but moving on.
Well, could I just say one thing that I just think of that Family Guy clip? This is literally what the Vikings did. He's like, do you want the mystery box or the tank? He goes, Lois, the mystery box can be anything.
It's not the tank, it's the boat.
Oh, a mystery box can be anything. It can even be a boat.
Yeah, we wanted one of those.
That's literally what the Vikings did. You want a 14-win quarterback or a mystery box? Oh, a mystery box could be anything. It could be a 14-win quarterback. Just
then
let him go.
We'll take the box.
We'll take the box. And it was the worst quarterback in the league, bar none. One of the worst, besides maybe Geno Smith.
He was one of the worst for sure. And again, you could always say, he still needs to develop and everything like that. But I don't think he's going to be any good.
Absolutely not.
He showed enough this year to show that he's not going to be a good quarterback in the league. And I thought actually that he was going to be a bit of a sleeper this year. But He wasn't. He sucked. When he pulled out that 9 nonsense, I was like, I'm done with this guy because it's like you said way back all those weeks ago, Nick. You're not Tom Brady. You haven't done anything. You can't give yourself a nickname and be like, my wife doesn't even like to talk to me when I'm 9.
Yeah, you just sound like an annoying person.
Exactly. So, bottom line, Sam Darnold, happy for you, man. I've supported you all these years. You could have done more for our franchise if Adam Gase didn't screw you, but congratulations, man.
Congratulations, but I will say one thing to all NFL fans, NFL owners, NFL GMs, coaches, going through the process of finding your quarterback, Sam Darnold is the exception, not the rule. And what I mean by that is guys don't get second chances like this and prove they're actually that good all the time. I'm talking about guys like Anthony Richardson, who people think is going to come back and do something, or J.J. McCarthy. Some people are just too far gone. He's the exception, not the rule. End of story. That's all. That's my 2 cents in the Sam Darnold fact.
I see what you're saying there. To touch on Richardson, I don't think he's going to be anything. I think he's way too...
I've seen suggestions that he plays a different position. He should just
I
switch
agree.
positions.
He should play wide receiver.
I don't know.
Dude, he's just not a
Like
quarterback.
His arm is
Myers, right?
his arm is too talented to be wasted, but it's like he just doesn't have enough reps. He should have stayed in college. He just ruined
100%.
he ruined himself
Yeah.
by going to the NFL too fast.
Well, exactly. I mean, and he probably had in his head, my draft stock is never going to be higher than it is right now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, you weren't ready, dude. Like, that is a problem we have with the NFL, and we've touched on many times, is that everybody wants to leave when they're not ready.
Yeah, because people just want to get that money.
Yeah.
And I mean, more power to you, but
Honestly, I can't blame them, but at the same time, it touches back on the fact that winning isn't as big of a thing as it used to be to some of these guys.
oh, 100%. And the NFL is the hardest jump college to
Yes,
pros, I believe.
100%.
It's
100% it is.
It's men to boys. It's like the argument that like a college team would ever compete with the NFL, but it's like the trenches would be like if you put the Browns against the Hoosiers, Myles Garrett breaks the sack record in the first quarter.
Yeah.
It's
literally.
because it's literally men versus boys. But once again, a big congratulations from the Valley Sports crew to the Seattle Seahawks. And your main man over here had you guys winning the division from August.
Thank you.
So props to Timmy. And he had JSN winning OPOY, the Emerald City Route Runner.
That defense ate Drake May alive.
Yeah.
It was rough. Obviously there was one specific culprit.
Yeah.
Didn't help.
Yeah. Mr. T-Rex arms Will Campbell. Sorry,
Yeah.
Will Campbell. But it was bad. Now they're coming out that he had a torn MCL, was it? Or torn ligament.
Yeah.
I get the mentality of I'd rather die on that field, but when you're a detriment to your team.
Dude, I just think that he had such a shitty playoffs that they're trying to cover it up. If you want my honest opinion, but that might just be because I'm a Jet fan.
Yeah. But also, once again, to those of you out there saying that Drake May is overrated and trash, just stop watching the sport because you just don't understand it.
No.
I'm not coming out here saying he's top 5 or even top 10, but he proved he's going to be a very solid starter for years to come, and the Patriots will be fine.
Again, as a Jet fan, I'm agreeing with that. Drake May is their next guy. So
I don't know who it was, but someone said the Patriots are going to regress to a 5-6 win team.
That'd be cool with
most
me.
insane
What are you
statement.
okay,
talking
well that makes no sense whatsoever.
Their defense,
But if that
is
did happen, that I would be very happy.
I'd be very surprised. Their defense is too good to be that bad.
Defense and their offense, dude.
Yeah.
They have way too many weapons on offense, like this Kayshawn Booty guy.
And I feel like
Tay.
They could also go out and draft another receiver, and all of a sudden, their offense has another weapon.
Yeah, they
like
could take that guy from. No, probably not. He won't be there.
They could take
Drake
Lemon
May's-
from UFC.
Drake May's only going to get better too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it was his second
he's
year.
23
he
years
finished
old.
Second in MVP.
He's going to learn from the turnovers and the playoff
Definitely.
run. Definitely be a thorn in Jets fans' side.
Oh, I know. I'm well prepared for it.
That's my problem with fans today, and it's really disgusting that people focus way too much on discrediting people when it comes to, especially rings discourse. if you don't win a ring, you're automatically worthless.
Okay.
And I think that's
so
such an NBA mentality.
I'm going to have to cut you off here because you have had this argument several times of if they don't win a ring, then they're not as good as people who have won a ring. Like you've argued in the chat about that many times. And I'm actually someone who thinks that if you don't have a ring, you're not as good as everybody says you are. So
all time, who is better? Aaron Rodgers, talent-wise, Aaron Rodgers or Montana?
well, then, I mean, talent-wise, I don't know. I mean, Rodgers is the most accurate quarterback I've ever seen play in his time. So I'd have to say Rodgers for that, even though I think that Joe Montana had that winning mentality. And Rodgers always either chokes or his team fails him. Or, I mean, just the fact that he was MVP that year, it was 0 degrees in Green Bay. They played a California team and they lost. That's when you're like, sorry, dude, you can't do it again.
Mm-hmm. Just the fact that he got to the Super Bowl in his, third year as a starter?
Was that his third?
Third year as a starter.
Starter, because he spent 2 years behind.
And won it. Then the next year, 15 wins, and then started that downward trend of losing in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was the start of it. Yeah, because they
Losing
were
to the
15
Giants.
and 1, and they were like, Packers back to the Super Bowl. There's no doubt about it. Aaron
Nope.
Rodgers has like 123 passer rating.
Here comes the 32nd ranked Giants defense and shut them down.
Well, that's the thing is that I always, that season specifically, when I would watch Green Bay, I'd be like, all somebody has to do is run the ball right down their throat continuously, and they lose. And that is what happened.
They were also notorious that year because their defense was awful. They were just outscoring people like 45-40.
They had like Clay Matthews, and they were like, hey, he's really good, right? And it's like, yeah, I guess.
Outscoring people is like a hard way to win in any league.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just, like,
100%.
pure outscore.
Definitely. I mean,
That's why defense wins championships.
yeah, it always will.
Yeah, people always like in hockey, people root for like the teams that score the most, and they like if you can't play defense, you get exposed rather quickly.
Especially once you're in the playoffs, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, when everybody's locked in and everything, it's a different game.
That's a big thing in like March Madness too.
Yes.
That's
very
what I
true.
always, whenever Brian and Sean were betting on games, I'm like, defense travels, man. Don't take these teams that rely heavily on these 3 balls.
Mhm.
How far did that 16th seed go? Did they go past the third round? What was
the one
it?
who beat Virginia.
Virginia. Was it NDSU?
Maybe, but they lost. It might have been San Diego State. No,
San Diego
they're too
State's
good.
never been a 16th seed.
Yeah, they're too good.
2018?
Yeah.
No, 2017 because 2018 Virginia won because they won the year after.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Remember Peter?
He picked them every year.
Okay, so one year we may have brought this up, but we can't not bring it up again. Our friend Peter,
who was on the show recently.
Yeah.
Check out that episode. I'll link it right here. The boys episode.
So he chose one time all 4 1 seeds to go to the Final Four when we filled out a bracket.
And we're just like Peter. Like he just didn't
not
get
the way it works, which funnily enough, actually 2 of them did make it to the Final Four.
Which actually funny enough, the last year didn't all 4 of the 1 seeds make the Final Four?
They did, yeah.
That has to have been the first time that's happened in like 20 years.
I think so. Like,
that's crazy.
That usually never happens.
Oh, absolutely not.
You usually get like a 6 in there or something, but
you always get a Syracuse 10 seed in there somehow.
Moving on.
Olympics.
The Olympics
as you got the shirt. Jersey.
Are in full swing. Now, I will just start out by saying I love the Olympics. It is one of my favorite things ever. And my mom made sure from a young age that we all knew how important it was and all that. So shout out to my mom. But regardless, it is just a time for all countries to come together and forget about world issues and just compete against each other. And it's
have fun.
Time. Yeah, it's a piece, it's a time of truce and everything. So obviously there's been incidents in the past, but we won't touch on those. Like my partner over here said, USA men's hockey today, 5-1, crushed them. But the women's hockey team, they are killing it, dominating every team they come up against. They beat Canada 5-0, like he said, which is the team. So I just, I mean, that line -7.5 is a bit
A
crazy.
hockey line is -7.5.
But
That's if you're putting money on that, you need them to win by 8 goals. That's the most insane thing I've ever heard.
I mean, is it even plus anything? Like no, like
Well, I know the other day, I know this is men's, it's different, that Sweden was -20,000
yeah, that was
against the exact team.
30,000, right? Like,
against Italy.
Didn't Italy take a 1-0 lead at one point?
they did. They scored the first goal.
There was a weird first goal where the goalie like lost his stick. And,
Oh
like,
my dear God!
fell back in the net, but like they got. So they only, to Italy's credit, or to the goalie's credit more so, they got outshot 60-15.
Oh,
Only lost 5-2, and one of them
shout out!
was an empty net. I'm pretty sure. So Sweden was pretty much skating circles around them, but they were in the game. It was tied 2-2 for a good portion of the game.
Jesus. Oh man.
But yeah, so the thing, I think I mentioned this in women's hockey, that's bigger, but there's a massive discrepancy between the top teams and the bottom team. It happens in men's hockey too, where like that's why the stat lines are like that. Where like Italy's only in it because they're the host nation, so they have no one that could even remotely compete with anyone other team.
That's the thing where I'm like, did they put these guys in training like a year ago? Where it's like, hey, I know this doesn't really happen around here. We're pretty good at like soccer and stuff, you know, but we're gonna play hockey because we're hosting. And I bet they were like,
okay.
Yeah, like Great Britain has a hockey team, but like they would need to actually qualify, and that just wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Italy's best hope, honestly, would be if some Italian American players that were left off the American roster
would just join.
Like
Andrew Mangiapane.
Like that would
Tommy D'Angelo.
That would
Tony,
my bad.
That would pretty much be their hope.
You were probably thinking Tommy DeVito.
No, I was thinking of Tommy Angelo from Mafia.
Oh yeah.
Play those games, people.
But I want to say one thing. Shout out Chloe Kim. She got silver. I was hoping she got the gold because she was on. She was going to go. Wasn't she like going to break a record or something like that? She got gold.
She was
big fan of Chloe Kim.
Yeah, I wanted to see her win. I love basically every event, and Chloe Kim, she is very popular. You know, she gets those ads and everything. We all love her. So upsetting to see her get the silver, but she still medaled, and we had a conversation the other day, actually, of would you rather get a bronze or a silver? And it's still kind of up in the air.
I'll ask the audience. Now, if you were competing in the Olympics, would you rather get the silver or the bronze medal? Comment down below and let me know. Let us know, because I got called an idiot saying I'd rather have a bronze medal because I'm happy to be there than come in second and be like, oh, I could have got that gold.
I did not say you were an idiot.
I got called an idiot.
Yes, you did, but I don't agree with... I don't really agree with them calling you an idiot, and I don't agree with the point of it either.
I agree that a silver medal is better than a bronze, but if you're in a tournament situation, with a bronze, you're ending it on a win.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
The silver, you're ending it on a loss where you're like, we could have won the gold. And I think that's where the psychology of it comes in.
Yeah.
Like no one's gonna sit here and argue that like, oh, I'm going there for a bronze medal.
Oh yeah, that's not the argument.
That's not the argument. The argument is you're probably like happy because like maybe you're an overachiever or something, and like in like skiing and stuff, there's like probably 18 people. Getting a bronze and a silver is great. Like obviously you'd rather have a silver, but like in hockey, which was the point we were trying to make, which some people didn't agree with, is that if you get to the final game and you lose, you're probably going to be pretty upset about that.
Yeah, it's going to hurt
It's
more.
only in hindsight you'll probably appreciate getting that medal, but in the moment you're like,
F this medal.
Yeah,
like
could have had gold.
I could have had gold. Yeah. I see that. I guess you could see points on both sides. I mean, my dad talks about like back in the day, like, when I say back in the day,
my day.
Yeah, I mean like 70s and 80s, that people wouldn't even like, they would be disgusted at getting bronze and silver. They would be like, I don't even want it. Yeah,
I
which
think
is ridiculous.
It also depends on countries and expectation.
Oh, 100%. If Italy won bronze in hockey, that would be celebrated for the next 100 years.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, like so And people want to pretend you can't take that into account, but you have to. Like, if,
Oh yeah.
like certain countries are better at figure skating and certain countries are better at speed skating. Like, what was the remember the Jamaican bobsled team?
Mm-hmm. They were unstoppable.
Just being there and alone for them is like crazy enough. It depends on where you're coming from and like your country's history.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
If you go and you're a hockey team, Canada, gold is the expectation. Anything
Exactly.
less than that, you're a failure.
Yes.
I mean, even for us at this point, we have to
At
try.
this point, but we haven't won since 1980.
Yeah,
so.
I know. Oh, I know.
I will say on paper, this is the best team we've put together in years.
Yeah, I'd
front
say
to back. We're in a time now where if you line up the top 30 players in the NHL, it's almost 50-50 USA, Canada.
Oh yeah.
I feel like there's a lot more nowadays. USA players are fighting for the top spot in the league.
100%. I don't think they'll ever get to the actual top of the league,
No.
but it's the
more highest
populated with Americans now.
Yeah.
USA in the past 25 years have made like leaps and bounds of developing and getting because you see it more in the World Juniors. They won back-to-back gold this year. They didn't win. I think Finland won, if I'm not wrong. But like the gap closed. It's just a matter of you have to do it at the highest level now to show the gap closed.
And how fitting is it that one of the Kachucks scored the first goal of this Olympics? Very fitting. Shout out to the Kachucks, our American heroes.
But I will say I watch Canada. If you watch Canada too, they look scary.
Yeah.
Dude,
their power play
I
is
watched them the other day. I was like,
their power play is the stuff of
the
nightmares.
United States is actually I'm pretty impressed with the United States team, but Canada I think is faster.
Yeah,
so
they got the sharpness.
You need to play like a structured, smart game and not get beat by like McDavid and McKinnon. And like they have like physical guys, but like Celebrini and stuff, they're all very skilled and finesse and fast. Like everything they do is like they decide on stuff lightning quick.
Yeah, it's just a whole nother level. Especially with all that talent on the ice at once, it's insane to think about.
The South Park episode with the space cache, and they're like, we got to get rid of Finland. One of your countries has been destroyed. Finland, I mean, odds are they nuked.
They nuked themselves.
We didn't say anything about nukes.
Space cache, baby fart, McGee jacks. How stupid are you people?
When a planet discovers light speed, we run a test trial to see if they should be, something of like, if they should be invited to some
the space cache is as valuable as you decide it to be.
And space cache only has the value as you people decided. How stupid are you?
Oh, man. That's a great episode.
I love that. The Pinewood Derby.
But one more thing about the Olympics. Shout out Lindsey Vonn. What you did was admirable, but also very, I'm sorry to say, stupid. I admire you were there for your last time, but I don't know. That was bad. But you had a great career. Just hang it up and enjoy life. Exactly. And that's all I have to say. You tried. That's all that there is.
She tried. And she knew probably going into this that she's older. There's way more young talent and everything. She probably was just like, I want to get one more Olympics.
McQueen is fading.
The problem wasn't so much her going to the Olympics. It was after you tear your ACL, maybe like
stop.
Again, I get it. Like
maybe not go down a mountain 80 miles an hour.
You're tougher than I am, but like at the same time, it wasn't helping your case.
No, I also think certain people like you're saying, need to know when to call it quits, and that's in any sport, but specifically Olympians, because you got like 16-year-olds coming up, and this is going to be
I feel like people don't appreciate it. It's not like pro sports where like you come in at like 19, 20. It's like you're like 16-year-olds, like even in the summer, like 16-year-olds are in the gymnastics tournaments.
Yep.
Stuff. Like you're doing it from a young age, and it's also fascinating. So I was watching curling. And you must not make much money off curling.
I wouldn't think so.
They're like, oh yeah, he's a real estate agent back home. It's just a weird thing because you think of athletes as like,
see, that's almost like
you know what that reminds me of? The World Baseball Classic, like when USA was facing Italy and their pitcher's like, yeah, he's like a teacher for like a middle school.
It's Brian.
Yeah,
that's our friend Brian.
So moving on off the Olympics, The NBA's got a huge problem, ladies and gentlemen. It is at an all-time high that it's February and 30% of the league is actively tanking, and it's disgusting to watch.
Disgraceful.
Percentage 30. I'd say about 30 to 40% is tanking actively.
And this is the thing, is like, I always go back to when Philly tanked for all those years and the trust the process era and everything like that.
Didn't work.
It didn't work. And also, like, I don't see how these players can go out there and not play 100%.
Is it crazy to say that Adam Silver is the worst commissioner in all of sports? He is.
I don't think so, because
he's actively sabotaging his own sport.
Yeah, he looks like the Great Gazoo. I think I've said that before.
I feel like people would argue Rob Manfred.
I mean, he's not great either, but the thing is, he is actively destroying the NBA.
At least Rob Manfred came up with the pitch clock that actually made the sport better. There is not one thing Adam Silver has done that has made the sport better.
I don't hate Rob Manfred. I'm just saying people do hate him.
The play-in, the dumbest thing he ever did.
Everybody wants to hate the commissioner, but it's not everybody hated David Stern.
Yeah, besides his rigging for the Lakers, his love for the Lakers.
Well, yeah, of course, but he also helped bring back basketball.
Yes.
He helped save that league. So regardless of how annoying he got later on in life, I give him the credit for that. Silver just picked up where he left off and is slowly but surely declining it. The big, like you said, the pivotal turning point was, well, now we're going to do a play-in tournament. So more teams technically make the playoffs than don't.
Well, you also have a problem is
the Cup, too, is done.
You have all these teams tanking, but the team with the worst record hasn't had the number one pick in like 5 years.
Yeah.
The last 5 years, playing teams have gotten the number one pick.
Exactly.
So it's like a disgrace. You got the team like the Jazz who go into the fourth quarter up 15 and they sit Jaren Jackson, Markkanen, all these guys, sit them all for 0 minutes and they lose by 3 at the end. It's disgusting.
No, it's terrible.
And it needs to stop.
Just clear. Like, it's so blatant at this point. At least there were times where it's like there would be a team or two where you'd be like, yeah, they're not showing it 100%, but I really don't think if they care, that they're winning, they might actually want to just help the draft stock and all that. But especially with it being such a long year, and we're at the All-Star break, are we not, this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And nobody cares.
Well, nobody has cared about that for a while. I was just talking with one of my managers today, and he was like, so wait, where is it this year? I was like, Los Angeles. And he was like, again? I was like, it's been in Los Angeles for the last like 15 years. He was like, oh yeah, I stopped watching it. He's like,
there's no I saw the dunk contest. There's no one even notable in it.
No, that's the thing too, is that the dunk and the skills contest are not high skilled players anymore. Like Michael Jordan.
Remember, even we had Dwight Howard and Nate Robinson.
Yeah, Dwight Howard, Nate Robinson, specifically Dwight Howard, who was on top of the world at that point.
You don't have big names. I think I know everyone's going to be like, "Oh, George, you always say the same shit." I'm just going to say right now, LeBron is a big reason why the All-Star game is shit, because you would have moments of like where Kobe would want to go one-on-one with LeBron, he like back off and like he doesn't take it as seriously. So like him not taking it seriously rubs off on all the guys coming in. Like when you come in the league and you see Jordan and Kobe going at it, it makes everyone else go like, all right, let's play, put on a show.
I see that. I mean, I always, since like my second year of watching basketball ever, have thought the All-Star break was dumb. But
I don't know how you would incentivize people to try at the All-Star game, to be honest. Like
I don't either.
Would there have to be like a cash motivation? I don't.
They have to find a way to do it.
Nick Wright's idea.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Screw that guy. Well, let me just.
I will say that would bring in ratings. That would.
I don't feel like the most favorable.
It would look
horrible.
Not. It would look horrible, but that would bring in ratings. I'm telling you right now, people would tune in. They would bring like the highest ratings ever. I'm not even joking. As fucked up as that sounds, that would bring in ratings.
They do. Instead of what he's suggesting, could they do like Europe versus? Would that be?
I'm pretty sure they already do that. Europe versus world or something, or USA versus world. And now the world team is better than the USA team, which is funny because the world team has like Giannis, Jokic, Luka, Wemby,
everyone of the Europeans that are amazing.
Oh yeah, I forgot Wemby's. What is it?
French.
But what I was gonna say, and this is this relates to this year. Jalen Duren is an all-star.
Alfred Sanguine, if I said that right, is an all-star. That guy plays like Jokic while shooting like he's sub 70 from the free throw line. He's sub 30 from the three-point line, and he's an all-star.
So I'll touch on this because I respect Detroit. I do. But any Detroit person listening out there who aren't our friends from Jive because they don't even root for Detroit.
What's that about?
What, that I hate Detroit?
No, that they don't root for anyone from Detroit.
I don't know, but it's
Well, they root for the Michigan Wolverines.
okay. One of the best teams in college football, but regardless.
the cheating team.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cheaters.
Yeah, I heard they're looking for a coach still.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that scandal. I
But-
forgot about that.
Pistons fans, listen to me. I'm sorry. Like I said, I respect it. You playing the defense and stuff. Your whole new age bad boys is just a cover to foul the shit out of people sometimes and get away with it. I'm sorry. It is. And I respect you. You're a very, very good team. I'm not taking that away. But you have turned into fouling the crap out of people in the paint. And I'm not necessarily opposed to it if it's not so blatant. Like, I'm watching Duren just hack the fuck out of people, and I'm like,
The Thunder do that shit too, and they get away with it. It's
well, the
disgusting.
Thunder, of course, are going to get away with it.
It's disgusting.
And now it's like, and again, I'm someone who wanted that grit and toughness back that Detroit does have. But again, I just think that they get away with fouling people way too often, and specifically Jalen Duren. And yeah, that's just my issue with it. And yeah, but again, Detroit is still an amazing team. I'm not taking anything away other than that.
I got a way to solve the tanking issue and the viewership issue. One of them I've already mentioned on this show. Just start the season on Christmas
Agreed.
and go from there. Shorten the season. Make the regular season matter more. 82 games is way too long for
So
NBA,
long.
especially the modern product. It's just too many threes, no defense. Most of the time, people, you could tell they don't care. It's too much load management this, load management that. This superstar's not playing this night. This superstar's not playing that night. Stop it.
Speaking of, sorry to interrupt real quick. Whatever happened to fining people for sitting their players? Remember anytime, like,
Adam Silver.
yeah,
There's your answer.
when Popovich used to occasionally be like, yeah, you like Tim, Parker, you guys just don't even have to travel with us this time. Like, stay home, rest and whatnot. And he got fined like $50,000 for that because they were like, hey, yeah, people who bought these tickets were expecting to see them play. So you kind of screwed with people there. But now it's just like, yeah, I guess do what you want. Like, hello, dum-dum.
And number 2. Now, this might be controversial. I'm just saying, for the top 5 picks, just get rid of the draft. Let the top 5 players decide where they want to go for the bottom 5 teams.
Ooh, that is risky.
I'd say take the 5 worst teams, take who they would all pick, and then have the 5 players pick where they want to go.
No, you're giving the college player too much power. I'm sorry. And this is what I also thought about when we had the disagreement about paying college players is it's just going to lead more to things like how Caleb was like, well, I've proven myself. I'm not taking a physical.
I know, but I feel like
it's just going to keep piling on over the years of things, and they're going to have more massive egos when they're coming in because they've been paid all this money. So I think in the end, it's going to be a problem.
Or I got another good one. Why don't we give a minimum win threshold then?
Okay, I can see that.
Where like you can't have the first 5 picks if you actively
are trying to not even win 25 games.
Yeah, if you actively can't win 20 games.
Yeah.
And it's obvious and blatant.
Exactly. If it's blatant, because every now and then you get the team that it's like they're just so bad.
Like the Pistons a couple years ago when they
games.
just had Cade.
Yeah, literally.
And I think they even won 20 games.
No, they won 19.
Okay.
Where would you put those teams in the draft then?
I guess after those picks, so they would have like a bottom half of the 10s.
Yeah, so you technically are playing for the draft pick instead of just trying to tank and whatnot.
It's something, but it's really ending bad because it's unwatchable. I used to love watching the rest of the league, but I can't watch anything besides the Knicks. It's actually disgusting.
Honestly,
I know you're a bigger basketball fan than me,
I'm
but
getting to that point too, especially because so many of the West Coast teams are just scoring machines that it's like I'm not watching defense, and I don't even mean like the slightest bit of defense that teams will play. It's a 3-point competition. So West Coast games, I've tried to stay off of. And honestly, anytime there's a game on the East Coast, it usually pisses me off one of the teams, either it be Detroit, Philly, or something like that, I'm like, man, I'm not going to watch them. I mean, I did watch a few Detroit games and one Philly game recently, and I was like, Philly sucks bad. Detroit is probably going to make the conference finals with how weak the East is this year.
Well, I will say, when something like what happened in Detroit the other night happens, it makes me want to tune in. The Malice at the Palace Part 2, that shit was hysterical. For those of you who didn't watch, a fight happened on the court, and Isaiah Stewart ran onto that court like he was the number 30th entry in the freaking Royal Rumble.
Literally.
It was actually hilarious. He saw two guys fighting and was like, all right, I got to get in on this.
Got to get in on that now, which, cool, stick with your Gooner status, bro. Like, I understand. But I think people saying Malice at the Palace Part 2 are stupid.
No, because that had fans involved.
There was no fans involved in this one, and the whole thing about Malice at the Palace was that the fans came onto the court, and Ron Artest went into the stands to beat up a fan, and all these things. So
Yeah.
no, not Malice at the Palace Part 2. It's one of the bigger fights I've seen in recent.
Oh yeah, it went on for
and
a
there were
while.
punches thrown.
Oh yeah,
That's
it
the
went on
thing.
for a while.
It wasn't just one of those like
Yeah, like-
they slap and push each other around a little bit.
Yeah, like a baseball fight where they're just yelling at each other.
Exactly.
It's that time of the year, ladies and gentlemen. WrestleMania season is upon us. So if you want to go out to Vegas and buy yourself some tickets, you got to fork up your credit card, your 401k, your mortgage.
Yeah.
You got to buy a second mortgage. I got here the $40,000 package for WWE. So you guys, who has $40,000 laying around to go see a washed down, watered down wrestling product?
Not me.
So
Even if I did.
So for $40,000, you get a 2-day pass
Oh,
for row 2.
good.
So you're not even sitting in the first row. For 40 grand, you got some motherfucker in front of you the entire show. You're not even row 1. So for 40 grand, WWE gives you second row. Nice. You know what else you get? You get to go in the ring and take a photo. Oh my goodness, you get to go in the ring and take a photo.
I mean, actually, I think that's pretty cool.
You can buy a ring for $40,000.
You can, but it's the WrestleMania ring. There's sentiment to it.
You could also walk on the stage. Ooh, you walk on the stage of WrestleMania.
What stage? Like
The stage.
to come down.
The stage to walk into the ring.
But also the thing is like, the fans aren't gonna be like popping for you or anything.
No, it's just like before the show, you get to walk
Yeah.
on the stage.
So
Wow.
empty building.
You get to meet,
An empty arena match.
yeah, with yourself.
Yeah.
You get to meet Liv Morgan. You get to
Yeah.
meet Liv Morgan.
You know what?
No,
Let's-
no,
let's-
no.
Timmy thinks the 40 grand's worth it
No,
now.
it's not for Liv.
Do I at least get to take a picture with her?
Well, that's the thing is like, what are the incentives with Liv Morgan?
You also get a reserved section at the Friday night kickoff party. Woo! You get to go to a party.
Oh, man. Are food and drink included?
Nope, doesn't say it.
Oh, that's great.
You get to go to a party for $40,000 because you give WWE triple shill, triple dumbass, the doofus son-in-law 40 grand. And finally, you get a 5-day pass to the WWE Superstore. A 5-day pass to go spend more money on their merchandise.
Oh my gosh.
You don't get to pick 10 things in the store. No, God forbid.
No.
You get to go in the store and spend more money.
That is crazy to me. Because if I'm dropping $40,000, you best fucking believe I'm at least getting 5 things of merch
I
without
want
being
merch,
charged.
baby.
Yeah.
Let me pick 10 things. I'll get 10 titles. That's 10 grand right there.
LIU gave us merch.
Yeah. LIU.
Perfect.
Shout out
Yeah.
LIU.
Shout out LIU.
$40,000 for all that. And you don't even get to sit front row at a shit show.
Who does get is front rows is reserved for anyone or
Probably all the celebrities they want to shell out and show them on TV
Yeah,
for.
exactly.
Like-
Or old wrestlers, yeah.
nostalgia?
Nostalgia bait.
It's funny because the Halloween party this year, me and Grace went to. One of a girl there was dressed as Fred Durst, and I was like, oh man, like, are you going to get kicked out of a show and then banned from wrestling? And she was like, oh, you mean like that time at SummerSlam? I was like, you are my new best friend. Now, you know, I love it.
I love when people know ball.
Exactly. When people outside of the group are like, oh yeah, when this happened, I'm like, great, we have something to talk about now.
Yeah.
Didn't I don't know if they got banned for it, but the Ball brothers, didn't they?
Oh yeah. LaMelo said the N-word. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
everyone heard it.
I don't think they were on there since, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It was pretty bad because like they had like I think they had LeVar and both the sons on.
LeVar, the guy who says he could take Jordan 1-on-1.
Yeah, it was because it was the two sons. I remember.
Yeah. And like they didn't even have a mic. They just yelled, "Beat that blank's ass! Beat that blank's ass!" And you hear it because you can hear everything. It's bad. Yeah, it's bad. So, and then suffice to say, they were never on WWE television again.
Yeah,
because Vince was probably back.
Right.
Vince was probably back there like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, and that's a time I don't blame him.
Oh, 100%. But I'm just saying, it's just funny to think about.
I can picture him back there.
What is Vince doing nowadays?
Retired.
Secretly running WWE.
He's out of it.
There is a theory that people think that Triple H or Triple Nose, Triple Idiot is in there to sabotage WWE and make it look bad because Vince got taken out. It's a theory. You know, these conspiracy theorists are out there.
Being such a fan of the business that he is, I can't imagine that's true. Like, that's where you get into the territory of your, like, Vince Russo was sent to WCW to destroy it.
Yeah. I mean, Triple H's ego is through the roof bad.
I was going to say, usually the thing with people with egos destroy things, but they don't think they're destroying it. They think everyone else is wrong, and that's why it's not going well.
I knew it was bad when they fired R-Truth.
That was so dumb.
And no, it gets worse because the fan backlash was so bad they had to bring him back, and Triple H had the audacity to come onto their post-interview show and say, "You enjoyed the show?" Saying that the whole firing was part of the show. He is such a piece of shit.
He really is. And we knew this going in. We just thought he would be better for the business than...
How we got someone worse than Vince is beyond me. I mean, like, post Benoit incident, Vince, you could tell he did not give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
But, like, to actually say with a straight face that Triple H is anywhere as good as Vince from the 80s to 2008 is a disgrace to say.
Even when he booked himself to win the ECW title, he was going around.
That was actually funny, though.
What up, G? Excuse me while I witnessed that.
Yeah.
He was hilarious.
That's also one thing that people don't understand, why the Vince McMahon character worked, because he always got his comeuppance.
Yeah, always.
But like whenever Triple H was an authority figure, he never got comeuppance.
No.
He always had to look strong.
The only time was Daniel Bryan beating him at Mania.
Yeah. But that's WrestleMania, folks. And the cheapest ticket right now is, I believe, like $8,000. And ticket sales are down 30%. I wonder why. You're treating this like it's the UFC, and it's not. Your shill fans aren't going to be paying that all the year. CM Shill.
CM sellout.
Do we have time for the Ryan Clark? How much time have we got?
We're at 46 minutes.
All right, I'll rant about him on a separate thing.
Yeah, I think that might be best.
Make it like a car video.
Yeah, I'll do a car video
while you're eating.
And I got Papa John's.
Yeah.
Wait. What was the name of that thing Andrew used to get?
Papadilla.
The Papadilla.
It smelled like sweat.
The Papadilla. Do they still have the Papadilla?
I don't know.
I don't believe so.
But I just remember being in Borofka's basement and being like, yo, did somebody go for a run this morning or something and not change their socks? And he was like, oh, no, that's me. It's the Papadilla.
Yeah, that and he liked his McRib.
Oh. Remember that place we had during COVID? What was it? Sliders and Pies.
Sliders and Pies, yes. Okay, I actually like that place.
It's just sliders and pies.
It's just sliders and pies.
Oh, man. Well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, till next time, and there will be that next time, this is George from ValleySportsPod. Give you 189 Dive. That's a wrap. Episode 27 in the books. NFL season's already done. We are in deep with the Olympics right now. The NBA season is a snooze fest unless you want to watch the Knicks. NHL season is going to start to heat up once this Olympics is done. So we're going to get knees deep. And my favorite time of the year is almost here to complain about the Yankees daily.
I feel like most NHL fans, like, this is nice because, like, they'd rather watch this than the All-Star game.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Like, and, like, most of the fans are from Canada or United States.
Yes. So let's go USA. Shout out. Hopefully they can get their first medal in 50 years.
Before you
Free
finish
bird,
up,
baby.
next week, everyone, I have a second installment in my new series, Deep Dives, and it is about an Olympian. I won't say who, but it's quite controversial. So, leave you on that little cliffhanger.
The deep dive plug by Timmy Charles.
Bang bang.
But Timmy, give it to me one more time.
Nick, flip that switch.